If your healthy smoothie leaves you feeling bloated instead of energized, you're not alone. It might be due to four common mistakes that can irritate a mature gut. I'll explain how to make simple adjustments for much better digestion. That smoothie you think is gut healthy could be a trap for hidden sugars and harsh fiber. I'll show you how to avoid four common mistakes and give you a simple blueprint for a smoothie that actually supports your digestive comfort. A smoothie seems like the perfect healthy meal, but the wrong ingredients can secretly work against your gut health. I'll show you four surprising mistakes to avoid helping you build a smoothie that is genuinely good for you. It's wonderful that you're using smoothies to get more nutrients into your diet, but if you've ever felt that a supposedly healthy smoothie left you feeling bloated or uncomfortable, you're not alone. Our goal here is to understand why even a well-intentioned smoothie can sometimes cause issues, especially for a mature digestive system. We will explore the common pitfalls so you can build a better smoothie that truly makes you feel good. As we get older, our bodies naturally change, and that includes our digestive system. Our bodies may produce fewer digestive enzymes, and our gut motility can slow down. This means our digestive system becomes more sensitive and needs food that's a bit easier to process. Furthermore, many common long-term medications can also affect our gut health, making the system even more susceptible to digestive upset. Because smoothies allow us to consume a large amount of food very quickly, they can sometimes overwhelm the stomach with a concentrated load of cold temperature, raw fiber, and sugar all at once. There are a few key reasons why this happens. First, very cold drinks can be a shock to the system and may cause the digestive tract to constrict, leading to discomfort or cramping for some. Second, there's the raw fiber challenge. While a blender does the chewing for you, your gut still has to do the hard work of chemically breaking down tough ingredients. A large amount of raw fiber can be irritating for some and lead to gas. Finally, a large smoothie, even one made only with fruit, can deliver a significant amount of sugar very quickly, which can spike blood sugar and feed the less desirable bacteria in your gut. Over our time together, we will analyze the four most common and damaging mistakes people over 50 often make when preparing smoothies. Our focus will be on a simple, gut-friendly formula using easy-to-find ingredients and standard US measurements like cups and ounces. You won't need any special equipment beyond a standard blender to follow along. You might be surprised to learn how simple adjustments can make a world of difference in how you feel. Before we continue, please remember, this information is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for medical advice. It is crucial to consult with your doctor before making significant dietary changes, especially if you have diabetes, IBS, or other digestive conditions. It's also important to be mindful of potential interactions with medications. A quick chat with your doctor or pharmacist is a vital first step. Let's begin with the most common mistake, one that can secretly turn a healthy breakfast into a sugar-laden dessert. We left off with the idea that a seemingly healthy smoothie can secretly become a sugar-laden dessert. This is the most common mistake of all, but thankfully, it's also the easiest to fix once you know what to look for. Our goal here is to learn how to build a delicious smoothie that is genuinely low in sugar. giving you steady energy without the negative effects on your gut health and blood sugar. The main issue comes from three sources using too much fruit, choosing sugary liquid bases, and adding hidden sweeteners. While fruit is healthy, a smoothie allows you to consume a large amount of it very quickly. This can deliver a concentrated dose of sugar that you wouldn't typically get from eating a single piece of fruit, where the whole fiber helps slow things down. So-called natural sweeteners like honey maple syrup or dates are also still processed by your body as sugar, which can feed the less desirable bacteria in your gut. Let's start with a simple and powerful guideline: the 1 cup fruit rule. By limiting the total fruit in your smoothie to about 1 cup, you can effectively control the sugar content. Berries like strawberries, blueberries, or raspberries are fantastic choices because they are high in nutrients and fiber but lower in sugar. Next, consider your liquid base. Instead of using fruit juice, which is often high in sugar and lacks fiber, switch to water, plain unsweetened almond milk, or regular milk. These options provide the creaminess and hydration you need without any extra sugar. To further balance your smoothie, it's a great idea to add a source of healthy fat. This could be a quarter of an avocado, a tablespoon of smooth almond butter, or some chia seeds. Healthy fats are wonderful because they help slow down the absorption of sugar, which prevents a spike in blood sugar and keeps you feeling full and satisfied for longer. This simple addition turns your smoothie from a quick snack into a truly balanced meal. Imagine you usually make a smoothie with a large banana, a cup of pineapple, and a cup of apple juice. By making a simple swap to just 1 cup of mixed berries, a cup of water, and a tablespoon of almond butter, you have created a delicious smoothie with a fraction of the sugar that will provide much more stable energy. And you might be surprised to learn that the type of fiber you choose is just as important as the amount of sugar you avoid. Be mindful of other hidden sugars. Many vanilla or chocolate-flavored protein powders and yogurts contain a surprising amount of added sugar. Always check the label and opt for plain unflavored versions whenever possible. Dried fruits like dates or raisins are also very concentrated sources of sugar and are best left out if your goal is a gut-friendly, low-sugar meal. By managing the sugar content, you are taking a massive step toward creating a truly healthy smoothie. This information is for educational purposes, and building a diet that works for you is a personal journey. Now that we've balanced the sugar, the next critical step is to manage the fiber, because too much of a good thing can sometimes lead to digestive discomfort. We've successfully managed the sugar in our smoothies, which is a fantastic first step. Now, we need to address the next key ingredient: fiber. Fiber is essential for good health, but when it comes to smoothies, too much of a good thing can sometimes lead to bloating and discomfort. Our goal here is to learn how to choose and prepare high fiber ingredients in a way that supports gentle, comfortable digestion. It helps to know that there are two main types of fiber. Think of insoluble fiber found in things like raw kale and whole seeds as a scrubbing brush for your digestive system. It adds bulk, which is good, but a large amount can be a bit harsh on a sensitive gut. Then there's soluble fiber found in foods like bananas, oats, and ground flax seeds. This type is much gentler and acts as a wonderful food source for your good gut bacteria. It's important to remember that even though a blender chops everything into tiny pieces, it doesn't chemically digest the food. Your gut still has to do all that work. To make your smoothies gentler, it's best to start with softer greens. A handful of fresh spinach, for example, is much easier on the system than tough raw kale. When it comes to seeds, choosing ground versions, like ground flax or chia, makes a big difference. This process unlocks their nutrients and makes that healthy fiber more accessible and easier for your body to handle. If you're not used to a high fiber diet, start with just a small amount of greens or seeds and slowly increase the amount over several weeks as your system adapts. These principles are especially helpful in a few common situations. If you have a sensitive system like IBS, it's wise to focus on gentle low FODMAP ingredients like spinach and small portions of banana. For anyone on a fixed income, frozen produce is your best friend. Frozen spinach berries and banana chunks are just as nutritious as fresh, but are often much more affordable and perfect for smoothies. And if chewing is difficult, smoothies are a wonderful solution. Just be sure to follow these gentle fiber rules to get all the benefits without the digestive strain. Here's a great tip to make even tougher greens more digestible. Try lightly steaming them before you use them. You can steam a large batch of kale or spinach, let it cool, and then freeze it in small portions. This pre-digestion step helps to break down the tough parts of the plant, making it much easier on your stomach. Getting the right balance of sugar and fiber is foundational, but it's the gut-healthy additions that can really make a difference if you use them correctly. So, this week, instead of packing your blender with raw kale, you could try adding just a small handful of fresh spinach. Or, if you have ground flaxseed in your pantry, try adding just a single teaspoon to your daily smoothie to start. This information is for educational purposes, and listening to your body is always the best guide. You've now mastered the art of balancing sugar and fiber. Let's make sure the gut-healthy additions, like probiotics, are actually helping and not being mismatched. You have done a wonderful job creating a smoothie that is balanced in both sugar and fiber. Now, we get to the fun part, making sure the gut-healthy additions, like probiotics, are truly effective. Our goal here is to learn how to add these beneficial bacteria correctly, ensuring they survive, thrive, and aren't accidentally undermined by other ingredients. It's easy to make a mistake here without even realizing it. The most common pitfall is the sugary yogurt trap. Many of us reach for a flavored yogurt like vanilla or strawberry to add creaminess and a probiotic boost. Unfortunately, these products are often high in the very sugars we've worked to avoid, which can feed the less desirable bacteria in our gut. Another common issue can be low-quality probiotic powders, which may not contain the potency or the strains they advertise. It's even possible to accidentally harm the live cultures by blending them for too long, which creates heat, or by adding too many highly acidic ingredients. Thankfully, the solution is simple and straightforward. The best way to add a potent protected dose of probiotics to your smoothie is by using plain unsweetened yogurt or kefir. A quarter to a half cup is a perfect amount. Always look for the phrase "live and active cultures" on the label. When probiotics are in a food like yogurt, the dairy matrix helps buffer them from stomach acid, giving them a better chance of making it to where they need to go. If you prefer to use a probiotic powder, the key is in the timing. Add your high-quality powder at the very end of the blending process. Give it just a few quick pulses to mix it in. This simple step minimizes the bacteria's exposure to the friction and heat generated by the blender's blades. To make your probiotics even more effective, you should also feed them. You can do this by including a source of prebiotics in your smoothie, which are special types of fiber that your good gut bacteria love to eat. A tablespoon of oats, ground flaxseed, or a small green-tipped banana are all excellent prebiotic additions. So, when you're making your morning berry and spinach smoothie, you'd blend all your main ingredients first. Then, right at the end, you could add a half cup of plain kefir and give it one last quick pulse. This simple two-step process protects those beneficial bacteria. It's fascinating how the ingredients inside the smoothie work together. But what's equally surprising is how external factors like temperature can also play a major role. It is important to remember that while probiotics are beneficial for many, they are not a cure-all and are just one part of an overall healthy lifestyle. This is for educational purposes, and you should be mindful of your own health needs. If you're immunocompromised or have a serious medical condition, it is essential to speak with your doctor before adding a concentrated source of probiotics to your diet. Now for our final mistake, a subtle one that has more to do with how and when you drink your smoothie than what's inside it. We have now built the perfect smoothie on paper, balanced in sugar fiber and beneficial probiotics. This brings us to our final and perhaps most surprising mistake, one that has less to do with the ingredients inside your blender and more to do with the simple acts of timing and temperature. Our goal here is to ensure your wonderfully crafted smoothie is enjoyed in a way that is gentle and soothing to your digestive system. Let's first talk about temperature. Many of us love an ice-cold refreshing smoothie, especially on a warm day. However, for a mature digestive system, a large ice-cold drink, first thing in the morning, can sometimes be a shock. This sudden blast of cold can cause the muscles in your stomach and gut to constrict, which for some people may lead to a feeling of cramping or discomfort. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about being gentle with a system that often prefers warmth and calm. The solution is simple and doesn't require you to give up the convenience of frozen fruit. You can easily reduce the chill factor. If you're using frozen berries or bananas, just let them sit on the counter for 5 to 10 minutes to thaw slightly before you blend them. Another easy adjustment is to use cool water or milk from the refrigerator instead of adding extra ice cubes. Your smoothie will still be cool and refreshing, but it won't have that intense, icy coldness that can be jarring to your system. The other part of this trap is pacing and timing. In our busy lives, it can be tempting to drink a smoothie very quickly. However, gulping it down bypasses an important first step of digestion. The act of chewing, even just swishing a liquid in your mouth, sends signals to your brain and stomach to begin releasing the enzymes needed for digestion. Drinking a smoothie too quickly can also trap air, leading to bloating. It's also best to avoid having a large, heavy smoothie as a late-night snack, as this can force your digestive system to work hard when it should be resting, potentially interfering with your sleep. The best practice is to chew your smoothie. This simply means taking your time, drinking it slowly, and swishing each mouthful a bit before swallowing. This small act can make a big difference in how well you digest it. The ideal time to enjoy your smoothie is as a complete standalone meal for breakfast or lunch. This gives your body several active hours to digest all the wonderful nutrients you've included. It's empowering to know that these small, simple adjustments can lead to such a big improvement in your digestive comfort. For some people with very sensitive systems, a warm breakfast, like a bowl of cooked oatmeal, might always be the most comfortable choice in the morning, and that is perfectly okay. The goal is to listen to your body and find what truly works for you. All of this information is for educational purposes and to help you on that journey. You are now empowered with the knowledge to avoid all four major smoothie mistakes. Let's put this all together into a simple, gut-friendly blueprint and a weekly action plan. We have now covered all the knowledge you need to turn your smoothies from a potential problem into a powerful tool for your health. Let's put everything together into a simple blueprint and a weekly plan that you can start using right away with confidence and ease. Think of this as your simple, gut-friendly smoothie formula. The ratio is easy to remember. Start with 1 cup of a liquid base, like water or unsweetened milk. Add 1 cup of a low-sugar fruit like mixed berries. Add 1 handful of gentle greens like spinach, and 1 source of healthy fat, like a quarter of an avocado, or a tablespoon of almond butter. You can also add an optional probiotic boost with some plain kefir or yogurt. For your first week, let's do a test drive. Try making 1 smoothie using this blueprint perhaps 3 times this week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Drink it slowly as your breakfast and simply pay attention to how your body feels. In the second week, you can observe and adjust. If you felt great, continue. If you noticed any minor bloating, you could try a small adjustment, like using spinach that you've lightly steamed and then frozen. From week 3 and beyond, you can begin to personalize your blueprint. Once you feel comfortable with the base formula, try swapping blueberries for strawberries or a tablespoon of ground flax seeds instead of the almond butter. The goal is to find the perfect combination that your body loves. If you find your progress feels slow, remember that this blueprint is a starting point, not a rigid rule. All information shared is for educational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. Always consult with your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you have pre-existing health conditions like diabetes or IBS or are taking any medications. Individual results will vary based on your unique health status and needs. We've learned to avoid the 4 biggest mistakes turning smoothies into sugar bombs, overloading them with harsh fiber, mismatching our probiotics, and falling into the timing and temperature trap. By using this gut-friendly blueprint, you can enjoy all the benefits of a delicious smoothie without the discomfort. Which of these 4 mistakes was the most surprising to you? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Now that your smoothies are gut-friendly, you'll want to see next week's video where we reveal the number one so-called healthy breakfast food that could be causing hidden inflammation.